What if I told you you are not the reason you made it this far? You thought it was your strength, your wisdom. You thought it was your ability to keep going when everything around you was falling apart. But Isaiah 46 reveals something many people read without truly seeing. There is a God who says, I will carry you, not I will watch you. Not I will stand far away from you, I will carry you. And somebody listening to this needs to understand you survived some things that your own strength could never have carried you through. The God who doesn't need to be carried. Isaiah 46 opens with a picture of Babylon's idols. Their gods have to be carried, but our God is the one who carries us. Their images are placed on animals. They are lifted, they are transported. Stop and think about that. You carry what you worship. If money becomes your God, you have to carry the pressure of protecting it. If people's approval becomes your God, you carry the burden of proving yourself. If your image becomes your God, you carry the fear of discovery. If a relationship becomes your God, you can become terrified of losing it. But God says, you don't have to carry me, I will carry you. Some of you are exhausted, not because you are weak, but because you have been carrying things that were never yours to carry, including fear, betrayal, and pressure. God never asked you to carry these burdens. You are carrying somebody else's opinion. You are carrying yesterday's failure. You are carrying a betrayal that happened years ago. You are carrying fear about tomorrow. You are carrying the responsibility of controlling things that were never in your hands. And God is asking, why are you carrying what I told you to give me? You cannot control everybody or every outcome. You cannot make everybody understand you. You cannot force somebody to love you. You cannot force a door open. Isaiah 46:10 declares that God makes known the end from the beginning. Because you are living inside the middle of the story. You see today's problem, God sees the ending. You see the closed door, but God sees what is beyond it. You see the delay, but God sees the purpose. You see the loss, but God sees what he can build from what remained. You are looking at a moment. God is looking at the entire story. That is why faith becomes necessary. Faith does not mean you understand everything. Faith means you trust the one who understands everything. Then God says something even more personal. Isaiah 46:4, even to your old age I am he, and even to gray hairs will I carry you. And then God says, I have made you and I will bear you. Think about the power of that. I made you, I will carry you, I will bear you. God is saying the one who created you has not abandoned you. Your age does not scare him. Your weakness does not surprise him. Your past does not confuse him. Your future does not intimidate him. He knew you before you reached this moment. And if he carried you through the last season, he can carry you through this one. Maybe you've reached a point where you feel like God has forgotten you. You prayed for something and it didn't happen when you expected. You believed, but the situation got worse. You waited and the waiting became painful. But don't mistake delay for abandonment. God's silence does not mean God has stopped working. A seed is buried before it becomes visible. Roots grow in darkness, and sometimes God is doing something underneath the surface that you do not have the ability to see yet. Just because you cannot see what God is doing does not mean God is not doing anything. The idols in Isaiah 46 have to be carried. They cannot answer, they cannot rescue, they cannot save. But God says, listen to me, I am God. Save. But God says, listen to me, I am God and there is none like me. He doesn't need you to hold him up. He doesn't need you to protect him. He doesn't need you to make him powerful. He is already God. And the same God who created the universe says, I will carry you. So put the burden down, put the fear down, put the need to control everything down, put the bitterness down, put the question of how down, and trust God with what you cannot carry. One day you are going to look back and realize that door that closed, God was carrying you. That season that almost broke you, God was carrying you. That night you thought you would not survive, God was carrying you. That moment you thought you were completely alone, God was carrying you. You thought it was your strength, you thought it was your determination, you thought you saved yourself, but now you understand God carried you through it all. So don't be afraid of tomorrow. The God who carried you yesterday is already waiting for you there. And Isaiah 46 leaves you with this: I have made you, I will carry you, I will sustain you, I will rescue you. You are not walking into your future alone. The God who carried you this far is not going to drop you now. You thought you were surviving by your own strength, but God says, I have been carrying you all along, every step of the way, even when you felt most alone.